Don't be asking me what's good like there's any reason for me to be good right now. Chelsea's trying to sign everybody. Palace is making me sad but happy. And I'm hungry. So man just needs to find goodness right now. Get it?
Welcome to the Backpage, people. Obviously myself, Kwame, we've got Lola, we've got Sammy, and then we've got our new special guest. Well, he's not even a guest, to be honest. He's one of us now.
I'm not even a guest. I knew he was going to say it. I'm not even a guest.
He's our
guest where?
But he's on trial.
I've got the key to the house.
He's on trial. We're putting him on trial because the energy he brings is too much for some people. But no, I love it. We've got Chinz. The official Chinz is in the building. What's good, Chinz?
What's going on? The usual, my family. The usual.
I know.
Shortest summer transfer window we'll ever have, but we move.
I know. There's so much going on in the transfer window as well. Like you were saying about what Crystal Palace and their new signing. Chelsea have been making some stupid signings, ridiculous. So yeah, we want to talk about that. We want to cover Maguire, this whole Maguire saga. What's going on in America?
That's my wow.
There's literally so much to talk about, man. I've been waiting. I've been holding it in. As Sammy knows, we've been holding it in. So obviously now this is the time for us to get it off our chest and begin. And I don't know where we should begin. Sammy, where do you think we should begin with this one? Man?
I think we should begin with
let's start it off. Let's just set pace on Harry, innit? It's a different situation.
That's it. That's what I was about to say. I think we should talk on this Maguire situation.
All right, cool.
Personally, for me, I'm disappointed. I'm actually disappointed, and I'm actually like, I'm watching this thing unfold, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, how is this guy getting a pass? Like, man's fought or done whatever he's done, and it's cool. Everyone messes up in it. I get all of that, but for him to now come on BBC News and be doing, I was fearing for my life, bunda. I haven't got time to hear all of that. Just be honest, because when man were coming out with Callum Hudson-Odoi's rape charges that weren't true, no one was giving him any press to come and now talk on his side. Maybe I don't know if it was because at the time it was Corona and man should have been inside isolating and stuff like that. I hear all of that, but do you know what that could have done to a man's career? Just putting in that a man has raped a female, that can put a mad stain on man's career. So why doesn't Chelsea
mental state? You get me?
Why didn't Chelsea or BBC News set up a interview to come and now say, yeah, like, what's your side of the story? Like, what happened? Do you understand? But here comes Maguire. They're giving him the limelight. Man's coming to now look worried, some worried face. Like, you can just tell that it's just some dead worried face. Like, I haven't got time for it. And I just think that United should strip his captaincy away from him. Because, like I said, Pogba and David De Gea got their armband taken away from them for less. For just speaking their mind about the team. And I was negative. Do you understand?
Wasn't that under a different manager?
Regardless of whether it's a different manager or not, United still took the armband away from him. Do you understand? So the same needs to be said for Harry Maguire. At the end of the day, I hear that people mess up, but when they're saying, "Oh, role model this, role model that," yeah, because you wasn't doing fearing for your life when you were saying, "Do you know who I am? I'm the Man United captain. I can give you peas." All of a sudden now, I'm fearing. Yeah. The only person.
Let me not say nothing, yeah, because you see that, do you know what I am stuff, and obviously it's difficult with public news, especially in this country, because you don't know really how to take it, because they do this cover-up stuff very well. So the way that the media took over the circumstance in the first place, it was the bad race and the disciplinary actions that needed to be taken upon the man who is Harry Maguire. Now, just upon that statement there about, do you know who I am? Let me be the secondary individual to remind the people who you are. You are the most expensive defender in the world. You are the man that United signed from Leicester, who signed from Hull. So realistically, in this world, no one's going to know who you are. You get it? Yeah, you were just a fortunate face. So just know, from the first season you've had at United, you've got a big profile to respect and to honour. And that, like you said, is in essence where you've been given captaincy. You've been given a pivotal role to the club. Now, I could not tell you as a man who's not in professional sports at the moment, how I would react in a said situation if the way he's described it is to be. And again, I've only taken in briefly what has been said, that he's come out publicly, that in another show, his family was in danger, his little sister was deemed to be attacked, and all he's in his eyes is protecting his family. Not saying anything else to that. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not trying to make you realize, oh, you have to be, no longer the captain, whatever. The point I would like to know is, did you feel that the actions that you chose were right? Did you feel as though you could come back and take it upon yourself to obviously show the other people who's watching you? And then on top of it, the family that you said you protected, how do they feel in this circumstance? Are they embarrassed? Are they proud? What is it that you've taken from this, and how are you going to learn from this? Because you being there in the first place, God knows why, random place, but it was your choice. And when you're out in certain places, you have to be aware of certain things that happen. And like I said, unless you were there, you're not going to know. Yeah. So a lot of things. But for me, as the outsider, I believe they should have kept man locked up because they found man guilty. He's the problem. So he must have done worse than what he's actually said. You get it? You think I've got time, yeah, for man to be boo-hoo, a little sister, oh. Listen, yeah, your little sister shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. How did it get there in the first place? Was you genuinely attacked? Were they coming for you for something? Was it the mullah that you just received that they want to take from you? Protect yourself. Get some entourage, get security, something, Just be better in this circumstance for yourself, because what this whole thing for Harry right now don't look good. It don't look good. No.
It didn't look good before, but I think that he's kind of saved, or they've kind of saved him. The media saved him.
They've saved him, Joe. They told him what to do, and he just knew, this is my time, all right, you guys will look after me. I don't have to worry about the money. And that's it. He's okay now. He's gone out there. You don't have to have no headache. But this is the problem, because the way things would have been with a different person, it's just not right. It's actually not right.
It isn't, and that's
a lot of the people believe that he may not been safe for England, or they still thought he would. Why is there such a delay? All of this happened before you announced it. You still announced the squad and then tell us, oh yeah, you know what? Come out of the squad, mate.
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you
make up your mind
quickly, and I just want a simple answer. If you as a manager, if you're Southgate and a player comes to you, Maguire comes to you, and he tells you the story that he told the world on BBC, are you going to select him for the squad? Lola?
No.
Sammy?
No.
Chinz? No. Nah, you wouldn't think twice, because as soon as you hear a story like that, if it is true, if it's deemed to be true in terms of being kidnapped, in terms of being traumatized or whatever, you wouldn't want to... the last thing you're thinking about is putting the team, because they're not going to be mentally prepared for a game or to train. So for me as well, my problem is Southgate is kind of, in doing so, he kind of wanted to save him, but in doing so, he kind of pushed him more into the limelight. So it was worse for him. So he got even more coverage on it. And I think if he didn't select him and he just said, look, he's dealing with that, I'm going to let him deal with that. And then, once we get more clearer vision of what the case is about, then I'll make my decision. But in doing so, including him in the squad, he's basically disregarding or contradicting everything that he said before, because like Sammy said, so many things have happened before with, Sterling and Gomez, the fight. What happened to Sterling? He got dropped straight away. And what was the quotes that Southgate was saying? He's not being a good role model. It's something that we don't accept within, this establishment or this club or the nation. We don't accept it. So why is it that Maguire is allowed to get involved in something like this and then he's still selected? Because he's protecting his family, they say. But I still say, like you said, Chinz, going back to what you said, is I'm not going to bring my family in a place like that. I ain't bringing my little sister or my sister in general to a place where I know a man can just approach her. Any guy can approach her and talk to her or do whatever. I'm not going to bring my mum, my dad or anything like that. I'm going to go somewhere secluded, somewhere nice and private, enjoy the family time. Especially if I know I'm the most...
Go Monaco, bro.
Exactly. There's so many places you can go, but instead you want to go to Mykonos. All the bait places that all the boys...
Mykonos. Everyone went to Mykonos this year, Everybody. And you won. You just finished your own season and you want to go and fucking join them.
This is my thing, like I was saying before, like Chinz said, everybody went to Mykonos, rappers, singers, you name it. I didn't hear these rappers getting into scuffles with anybody out there, but Harry Maguire did. But then my thing is now is that, okay, because everyone says, oh, let's not making it a race thing and da-da-da-da-da-da. But to be honest, it's hard to not make it a race thing because no one is protecting Callum Hudson-Odoi about his little rape charges or whatever. No one's protecting Raheem Sterling because Usain Bolt got coronavirus, somehow you're now blaming Raheem Sterling, putting him into the fold, knowing that he's been tested negative for COVID. But no one's protecting them. No one's allowing these players or athletes to come and speak for themselves. Who is protecting these young black men from what the media is saying?
Lola, what is it you wanted to say about it? Just quickly.
I was just going to say, because I was going to add to it, that he was there, I said it before, he was there with Rashford and Greenwood, but those two were clearly smart enough to go home. So it's like, you're the big man, you're the captain, you're the one who got in a scuff. I said it before. All he really had to do is like, you probably got pissed, you got into a fight. It happened. Just kind of let stuff go. You're doing up PR and everything. And if the retrial happens and he's like cleared of all the charges or whatever, they're gonna try and spin it. I don't care. The fight happened. I guarantee you did try to bribe them, but you're Harry Maguire. They're gonna do everything under the sun to make it seem like you're the golden child.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. Because all this rigmarole, just like they're doing the most for something that wasn't that deep. And he's doing all this fake one teardrop nonsense on the news. I didn't watch that. I'm in the shiny head doing nothing. It was all unnecessary.
It just goes. It's sad, you know. Well, not it's sad. Oh yeah, it is sad. It's sad because not only the media, but you're hearing other players are backing Maguire. Oh, that's not him. That doesn't sound like him. That sounds out of character. Where were these players when Pogba's been in the limelight, when Sterling's been in the limelight?
The way I was gonna respond. Oh, guys, let me respond. You see that man? He came from home, you know. He really came from home. He really did. And the way he looks even now as an 80 to 90 million pound defender, the man will still go to pub. He will still have beer.
Maguire,
look at the man.
Watching that small clip of that he's eating, he looks tired, fam. He looks knackered. So don't give him a limelight because it's just embarrassing, man. And I don't know because it's like everyone's doing Maguire's not like this. He's a sound guy. Kinika. I hear all of that, but when Raheem Sterling was squaring up to Joe Gomez, yeah, all because of something that happened in a club game, and then man tries to bring banter, and clearly, obviously, Raheem Sterling wasn't over that. But you thought that it was kind enough for you to go and banter him. So you're gonna get that kind of reaction. We're all humans. If a man's not over something, a man he will be angry, and he will now do whatever he feels that is deemed right. Now at the time, he'll be like, you know what, I overreacted. Cool. He's accepted that. But you get me, Gareth Southgate is still talking about role model this, role model that. Okay, we hear all of that. Anyways. Yeah. Maguire, please. All I just need is that captain armband to be stripped away from him. That's all I'm saying on that.
It's not going though. He's keeping it.
You shouldn't have even given it to him to the first place, Daggy. But that's your capo, you get it. Accept it, Daggy. You gotta back your gun, you get it. That's your say. He meant to lead you there, you get it. That's your leader. That's your leader.
You wanna gang up on me?
I'm not ganging. I'm just reminding. You get it. There's no gang, get it. That's your capo. Anything that happens to our captain, we have to support and we have to be realistic. You're trying to be realistic. No, go support your man, okay?
The last thing I'll say about this whole captain role is you go through the list of captains that have been at Man United, at all the top clubs. Have you ever heard a story like that? You'd never hear stories like that. You don't hear James Milner, you don't hear Henderson.
No.
It depends on the sport. It depends how technical you want to be.
Because Rooney's done his madness. Roy Keane's done his madness. David Beckham's done his madness.
Yeah, man. This is what. Yeah, man. Some man have their own penthouse or something where they just plan out all their stickery.
Like Just like all the captains,
100%.
they were mad.
Wow.
100%.
I said most of those other captains more or less owned up to the nonsense they did. It happened and moved on.
Yeah, man.
It's true.
But
Wait,
yeah.
wait. Before you move on, just on that last statement you said, Lola, just to clarify. So the Rooney and the Nan thing, did he fess up to that?
But I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Who knows? That one's the big.
You see, I forgot about it because they didn't harp on about it. They left the cat. It's like it's there, but no one talks about it, so it's calm. If Harry Maguire would just get him out,
This is it. They try to brush that aside because I don't remember him publicly or verbally ever like addressing it. It was just, oh, we hear rumors that my man cheated on his wife with a Nan, and that was it. He moved to the States, something ish. Like, what do you mean?
It's true.
Anyway, that's the point. Anyway,
all right, we'll move on.
Them man, they're obliged and they do because this is how they work. This is their media, so their media continuously moves until further notice.
We'll move
Yeah.
on.